Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, once again, we have another Target PlayStation 5 update. Now, we actually have a little bit of good news, funny enough. Now, we actually did go and talk about earlier on today about how there's some potential bad delays, and as well, now we're going to be talking about how there's actually now a little bit more of an upper chance for a drop as of going tomorrow. This has kind of been one of those weird drops where, like, at this point, I just want it to happen because I hate reporting on news because there's, like, little baby bits of news and updates, but they're kind of important, like, in general. And I just, like, I'm not someone who wants to make a zillion videos, even though I do pretty much at this point. I want to have, like, one good one and be like, yeah, it's going on tomorrow. So I hate, like, I love it so much whenever retailers are like, yeah, this Thursday, 2 p.m., going on. Make one video, maybe one of the days, so people are reminded to go from there. But we do have a little bit more Target updates going on. Also a little bit of other various news stories too as well, just in case you guys are curious on the Restock news, PlayStation news in general, and all that good stuff. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch room as well, linked down below. And sign up for Weeble, sign up for Coinbase. Those are all linked down below. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Let's go and dive into the video itself. So first and foremost, I want to go bring up a little bit of information that we had a chance to go and see. So really quick recap, you guys probably saw that video. If you guys want more in-depth information, check out the video from earlier on today on Target. But as of today, we actually did go and see some other stock arrivals confirming for another various date. We've had two. One, we have like some of these stores have like so much stock. I'm sure you guys have heard. We're seeing some stores with like 70, some stores with like 80 stock. Like we're looking at some pretty big and pretty juicy stock. But the one part, too, is the fact that we actually saw new notices of some stock arriving at 414 as well as 419. So as you guys could probably assume and agree on, hopefully, is that we could still potentially see the drop going on as of next week. But we actually have some potential new stuff that actually might be dropping up for a drop tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. Anyway, so that information, it kind of goes to show, and that's kind of why we didn't have a drop today. Like some stores were still expecting some stock, some stores were still sitting on some stock, everything else floating around, just letting you guys know. We just know it's floating around. But the part two of that new stuff is that on the 419, which is still next Tuesday. So that would probably indicate that we would not be having a drop tomorrow. Although, as I said a bajillion times earlier on today, there is still a chance for a drop tomorrow, and I'm going to talk about it why. I'm, in my heart, which doesn't really matter at all because it really doesn't. But in my heart, just based on doing all the speculation stuff, I'd probably just assume next week because it really does just make more sense. Because we're all hearing reports that other various regions have a lot lesser stock as well. So that means that like some places only have like 1 to 3 stock. It's very chill. And we've been hearing still a lot of skepticism on the West Coast side. Like East Coast seems to be fully fulfilled, has their consoles, good stock. Central, like Midwest, seems to have all their stock all in order, looking pretty good and pretty chill. So same with the South too as well. But it just seems like West Coast is still missing stock. Now we could just have a drop, and those regions just have a very, very small drop. Like they could always happen. Like as you guys know, some certain stores get more stock. Some stores get 50, some get 10. Like it just depends on the store, depends on the area, depends on their sales, depends on all that stuff. But the one biggest thing is the note is that we actually did apparently, this is like on the good news. So while we do know 419 is still a next stock delivery date, we could still see a drop tomorrow. I would not be surprised if it gets delayed. The new information is more on the fact of we are apparently seeing API updates when it comes to Target itself. Now, this is kind of more so in regards like people creeping on the website and checking out this stuff. So the one intriguing thing to note is that apparently, as of right now, the overall stock numbers are looking pretty good and pretty juicy. We're looking and seeing around like the 30,000 mark or so, which in theory would probably line up pretty good based on the overall stock numbers and movements and everything we've seen. We also have quite a few different stock as well. I think it's around maybe like a 6,000-7,000 console mark in the withholding, which is basically just like the background stock. So let's kind of talk about that for a little bit. It's intriguing because all these stores have stock. There's a lot of like internal systems with stock. There's a lot of things coming out there with stock. There's a lot of things going on when it comes to stock. It's good. It's good stuff. I like seeing it. But as I mentioned before, with stock on the way and stock kind of on that like withholding/waiting period, it can kind of go either or. But the biggest thing to note is that with the API updates, usually Target doesn't change the API unless a drop's pretty much imminent. Now, once again, I've said this a bajillion times, and I hate it because I just want the drop to happen so we could hopefully have a good drop finally happening so I could stop talking about it for the past 3 weeks. But when it comes to Target, that does kind of bump up the likelihood or chances for tomorrow. mainly because they have people in the internal systems. They have people changing it. They literally hired and paid an employee to go and make sure that something is going on, like that they can update their stuff. Now, they could just be preemptively for next week. Maybe we'll still be watching Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. And as you guys know, 6 to 7 a.m. is the usual time we're expecting. But, at least when it does come to consoles, the fact that I don't know, it's really up in the air. Like, the API usually indicates drop pretty much imminent. So that's why I'm saying if you guys want to be on the lookout tomorrow, feel free to. But as well, with the also internal systems saying that stock is at 419, it also goes to show that it could be delayed because obviously some stock isn't there, some stock isn't moving, and it can kind of go a little either way. Even Target employees, Target managers don't know. I'm just trying my best to give you guys the best up-to-date information I can. So right now, it does kind of seem like there's 30,000 consoles that are available on a flip of a switch if Target would like to make them go live and restock and hook people up with consoles. But as well, like I said, we're still waiting for more stock. And in theory, I still think in my heart, if we're waiting for stock, we're probably more expecting a drop next week. But look, this is a guessing game. It could be a 50-50. It'll either happen or it won't. So if you guys are really committed, I'd still say it's probably worthwhile to stay up for tomorrow and go and see. Well, not stay up, maybe go take a power nap, or if you guys just early, maybe wake up a little bit earlier, especially as you're in East Coast or Central. I don't want anyone sassing me if it doesn't drop, because like I said, it's either way. Like, stock's on the way, could be delayed. Stock, the API is all updated, could drop. So I'm just kind of giving you guys the most up-to-date information we can. Apparently, it's all updated like an hour ago or so. And I hate that I keep making videos on it. I hope you guys don't mind. Like, I'm just trying to get this tail end of the restock stuff done, and with like small changes, small updates every single day. And like that's why it's just kind of a lame drop. At least it's content, I guess, for me. But I'd rather you guys have your consoles than me making guesses on a YouTube video. I'm sure you guys would understand that. So, if you guys want to, PlayStation 5 disc and digitals, still a good potential tomorrow, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Central. If not, we'll be at 100%, without a doubt, without any doubt in my mind. I was saying like 95, 99% chance. 100% if there's no drop this week, it's going to happen tomorrow, like on next week. 100%, 1,000%, without any doubt in my mind. I even said I'd even give it out a PS5 in case then, so at least we have another giveaway lined up for that one for you guys, which actually may even be the last PS5 restock, depending on how the next stock kind of goes the next 2 months or so. But last but not least, kind of just all their little various stuff. I know the Target stuff's weird. I'll probably give you guys reminders tomorrow. We actually have a little bit of quick news going on, which is kind of fun news as well. When it comes to the actual stock itself, we actually did go and see a brand new, not second stuff, actually new Need for Speed title, which is actually a little bit intriguing stuff, just kind of wind down for bonus news. The new Need for Speed's aesthetic will reportedly have now cool anime elements. The game will also be set into fictionalized Chicago, and you guys know I live in Chicago, so I think it's actually kind of cool. This year's reported Need for Speed title will adopt a photorealistic art style mixed with more anime elements, and I kind of like the idea of it. Because I think I'm actually someone who's a little bit more on the exciting side, I would say, when it comes to, like, the anime flow, the music, the aesthetic, all that stuff. I think it's fun, and I really loved Forza, so I can't wait to go and actually play Need for Speed. A lot of folks are also saying the styles would be good. Like, think maybe like a Tokyo Drift type style game, where the cars look phenomenal and good, but the bigger struggle is the fact that the anime style is, well, also tied on in. So I could love that, dude. I love it. So there's some kind of things to know, say, like, you see a car in a car commercial, or something like that, and the car is driving around, but then cartoon flames and stuff are flying off it. That's the kind of aesthetic. And I kind of like the idea of it, because I'm more of a fan of, I think, goofy and just kind of chill games, rather than anything else, really, at the end of the day. And on top of that, too, they have the multiplayer, too, which is kind of nice. I really think these car racing games always needs a very good multiplayer to race and do stuff, even Free Realm, and even Forza did it pretty well. So at the end of the day, it looks pretty cool. A lot of folks are actually saying, though, it's kind of like a fake city, more so based in Chicago. So it's not going to be like a one-to-one, kind of how even GTA was. I know it wasn't a full one-to-one, but you guys know what I mean. And at least at the end of the day, we are at least seeing some cool stuff shot on it. So there's cool multiplayer, there's different types of pieces for the cars, and at least they're taking a brand new direction, which I think is kind of nice because I think the game needs it. And last but not least, too, because we actually had a little bit of a sad news for Witcher. Apparently, next gen is not in development hell, which thankfully CD Projekt Red promises. As you guys saw, they actually had a chance to go and see their game be delayed, which we covered as of like 2 days ago or yesterday. And thankfully, it's actually apparently looking a lot closer. Now, they just want to more so postpone the date, but thankfully they're still willing to go have it sooner rather than later, especially when it comes to next gen. And on top of that, too, we actually had a huge update with the PlayStation numbers, just general numbers, that Cyberpunk actually had a huge, massive increase in overall sales. They hit like 18 million, and the same thing on top of that, too, as well, when it comes to The Witcher. That actually had over 40 million, I think, too, as well, on top of that. So at least at the end of the day, they do have a lot of cool game options coming out, and while it always does stink for delays, even for Target, even for restocks, even for Witcher, whatever it is, at least on the bright side, we are getting a lot of stuff done, a lot of movement going on, and as well, we are seeing stuff happening. So I just can't wait to see a lot more stuff actually happen than us speculating on it, especially when it comes to, say, the Target restock. So How many of you guys are new? Good luck tomorrow. I'll probably give you a reminder video tomorrow. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. As well, for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller, Twitter and Twitch stream as well. Link down below, and sign up for Weeble, sign up for Coinbase. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys up on the next one.